best place to stream Law & Order Organized Crime is Peacock.
We all want change. No one is above the law.
And this fall,
call to duty. I don't think we choose it. It chooses us.
All new episodes of Organized Crime will return on NBC and Peacock.
This is 10,000 BC.
I need to get my family back.
The Brilliant, Season 2, Tuesdays this fall on NBC. And Season 1 streaming on Peacock.
Later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes Megan Thee Stallion. NBC Tonight.
On our broadcast tonight, State Representative Rob Swearingen is commenting after his pick for governor lost. His hopes for the Republican Party. Plus, Park Falls is facing issues after its paper mill closed. The challenges they're now dealing with after expanding the city's water supply. And a center in Lac du Flambeau is investing in the future. How it's training members of the tribal community. Your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 at 10 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 10. I'm Jessica Jukic. The FBI was looking for classified documents related to nuclear weapons when it searched Mar-a-Lago on Monday. That's according to the Washington Post. The Post reports experts in top secret information were concerned the documents, which were not well secure, could potentially fall into the wrong hands. Documents about nuclear weapon capabilities are especially sensitive and usually highly restricted to a small number of government officials. Details about nuclear weapons could provide foreign intelligence agencies with a roadmap to build ways to counter those systems. The Post reporting does not indicate whether the FBI was able to successfully retrieve the classified documents in their search of the Palm Beach resort. Attorney General Merrick Garland said Thursday that he personally approved the decision to seek a warrant for the search of Trump's Florida home. The Justice Department filed a request to have the search warrant of the property unsealed. The DOJ will discuss their request with Trump Friday to determine if he opposes the release. The Republican primary for governor came down to just 35,000 votes. Tim Michels defeated Rebecca Clayfish, and a local Clayfish supporter says it's time for the party to unite. State Representative Rob Swearingen has been in the Assembly for a decade and spent much of that time in office alongside Clayfish when she was lieutenant governor.
It was an interesting night, to say the least. Certainly, I've known Rebecca Clayfish through the Walker administration, so, you know, first part of my term or my tenure in the Assembly worked very closely with Governor Walker and Rebecca Clayfish. So,
with his preferred candidate defeated, Swearingen is now calling for party unity. Swearingen hopes the GOP will come together to elect Tim Michels.
Well, certainly during an election cycle as kind of spirited as this one, you're worried that there's a little bit too much infighting within the party. But now that the infighting is over with, we have the winners, we have kind of the aisle that we all have to walk down. I'm hoping that'll bring everybody together.
Michels will face current Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers in this year's November election. While the Republicans had a major contested race, Democrats pretty much knew who their nominees would be for governor and senator going into this week. Ben Wickler is the chair of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, and he said he's confident in Tony Evers and Mandela Barnes come November. Wickler said the strategy for the next 90 days is to try to talk to as many voters as possible.
Democrats want to connect with you and share how Democrats are going to work to actually deliver for working families. We know how hard Wisconsinites work because candidates like Tony Evers and Mandela Barnes, they work that hard too.
Wickler says his party will focus on issues like inflation, education, and infrastructure during the final stretch of the campaigning. It was a warm day throughout the Northwoods. Chase Ropanek will have a look at what we can expect heading into the weekend.
Thank you, Jessica. It was a beautiful day out there today, but now temperatures are starting to take a little drop. As you can see in Tomahawk right now, we're getting pretty low to 53 degrees. Rhinelander sitting at 55 now, so we are in the mid-50s for most of our viewing area. Taking a look at the radar today, we can see that it's pretty clear out there tonight. No rain or precipitation storms coming into our area. But if we do take a look from afar, there are some showers and thunderstorms off to our west in Minnesota, and they're following the jet stream traveling down to the southeast. Those will move into our area tomorrow night. The Futurecast does show these storms move in earlier in the day, but they actually will move in right around 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So taking a look ahead into into tonight, we see that the temperatures are going to be in the mid-50s starting on. They'll drop into the lower 50s. We may even get into the upper 50s around 3 to 5 a.m. And then they'll bump back up in the morning hours to the mid-60s. Jessica?
Thank you, Chase. Wisconsin and Minnesota are working together to rebuild a bridge connecting the two states. Today, Governor Tony Evers and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz announced they want to improve John A. Blotnick Bridge. Both states will apply for more than $889 million in federal funding through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The 61-year-old bridge connects Duluth, Minnesota and Superior, Wisconsin. The upgrades would make the overpass safer and accommodate overweight loads. It currently serves more than 33,000 cars per day and is an important freight and commercial connection. Wisconsin is planning on growing its fleet of electric vehicle charging stations across the state. The Wisconsin DOT submitted a plan to the federal government to build fast charging stations every 50 miles on Wisconsin interstates. The plan costs $78 million and would come from the federal infrastructure law. The project would accommodate the more than 9,000 electric vehicles that are registered in the state. The DOT says that this will help those traveling through Wisconsin as well. The city of Park Falls wouldn't be what it is without its mill. It was originally what brought white settlers to the area. The mill closed last year, and it had far-reaching consequences, including the city's water utility. Newswatch 12's Matt Weaver explains how losing Park Falls Mill as a water customer caused more issues.
When you lose your biggest customer, there's going to be rate increases.
When the Park Falls Mill shut down a second time last year, it left 100 employees out of work. As a major production plant, it also cut water usage in Park Falls by 75%.
We have a system that is designed without industry for a town of probably about 20 to 25,000 people, just because of that mill.
About 2,000 people live in Park Falls. According to Bablik, the DNR required the city's water system to be expanded in the early 2000s. The city had reservations.
The reason the city was pushing back on it is that the mill probably would never need that amount of water again.
When the mill closed, the city was left with a debt of $4 to $5 million for the project.
We have this huge system that we have to pay for, and we have debts associated with the project we were forced to do, and now our largest customer isn't drawing water.
Earlier this month, Governor Evers awarded a $3.75 million grant that will cover the infrastructure costs of the expansion. But according to Bablik, there is more than $1 million in debt left over from the well.
Having that paid down or some way relieved would bring the total rate increase down substantially.
For now, with no mill to pay those expenses, the cost falls into the public's hands. According to Bablik, the city cannot turn off these pipes because they are part of the city's central system.
Doing that, even though it's inefficient and wasteful, is the only thing that we can do and that we're legally allowed to do to make sure that residents don't find themselves without water in the middle of winter.
Bablik says that the best immediate solution is to bring industries in to use the water that would otherwise go down the drain.
We are asking every person that knows about this stuff, what is the path that we need to go down to keep rates as low as possible, but also not hamper our future abilities.
In Park Falls, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
A new workforce development will benefit people in Lac du Flambeau in more ways than just job training. The Workforce Training and Business Development Center opened earlier this year in February. Planning for the facility began in 2015. Lac du Flambeau Tribal President John Johnson says the new facility will help train younger members of the tribal community.
I had a first-hand experience a couple of weeks ago on how the kids were working out here on their new computers and their 3D printers. I had the honor to come out and give them their little scholarship papers, their diplomas, and I got to see firsthand at what they were doing.
The Workforce Development Center has 2 classrooms that support 25 people each, and it also includes a flex lab and call center. Dion Reynolds is the Chief Operating Officer of the Lac du Flambeau Business Development Corporation. Reynolds says the community is deserving of this facility.
They have a lot of people that have a lot of heart, and they really care for the things they do. They put a lot of work into, their community. They put a lot of work into making sure it's a beautiful location. If you go out and go amongst the reservation, it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
The new facility is about 30,000 square feet. The Lac du Flambeau tribal community is made up of around 3,500 members. A music festival is underway. Coming up, how it's keeping a family tradition alive. That's after weather right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
In his Wisconsin, teens can buy AR-15s, but laws that stop domestic abusers from getting guns won't happen here. Our taxes could go up $500 million, and we help fund Milwaukee private schools while our public schools go broke. And fake election investigations?
Was the election rigged? Was the election stolen?
They go on forever. That's Tim Michael's radical divisive agenda, but we don't have to take it because it's not his Wisconsin, it's yours.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with four-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
Carpet City. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and get the toughest waterproof floors in the industry, where they're in stock and on sale. Rigid Maximum XL is 50% thicker and 30% longer, resulting in maximum durability, which is perfect for active families and pets. Not to mention, it's easy to install. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center to get your Rigid Maximum XL waterproof floors today.
Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're two peas in a pod. Both career politicians and way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
All right, welcome back. Tonight, we have a full moon out there. As you can see, we have mostly clear skies, so it's really shining out there tonight. So let's get into the temperatures as we go into later on tonight. It'll get a little chillier out there, but right now, Rhinelander's sitting at 55 degrees. And as you go south a little bit, Tomahawk's sitting at 53 and Merrill in 56. So our area is sitting in the mid-50s right now, and they will actually get a little cooler thrown out later tonight. Looking at the temperature trend for this week, starting tomorrow, we'll see 74 degrees for the high, and then Saturday we'll see high of 73, and then it'll warm up a bit Sunday with a high of 78, and those temperatures will stay the same throughout most of the week in the mid-70s until we get to Thursday, where we drop just slightly to 73. So, looking at the humidity with these temperatures, right now they're pretty low in the 50s right now, but they're going to ramp up. Looks like Friday or in the overnight hours. When that rain comes. So we will get into the 60s, and we'll be a little muggy and sticky out there, but then it will drop again by Monday night into the mid to lower 50s. So it will be a little sticky throughout the weekend, but it should clear up once we get to Monday. Looking at the live radar right now, we're in the clear. We have no precipitation area. We have clear skies, and that moon is shining bright out there. But just to our west, we do have some showers and thunderstorms in Minnesota. They're traveling, on a southeast trend, right along the jet stream, and so they will move into our area tomorrow. The future forecast does show these storms moving in earlier in the day, but they will actually arrive around 9 p.m. Friday night, and they will pass and linger into Saturday morning, bringing some increased cloud cover. So as we look into the rainfall with these storms coming in, we can see that central Wisconsin is going to be the area of concern. We can see over half of an inch by Wausau, and just south we'll see close to an inch. Rhinelander is only going to get around a quarter of an inch of rain. So the main area, like I just said, is in the center area of Wisconsin, but it won't be nothing too severe. So as we look at the wind speeds out there right now, it's pretty calm with those clear skies out there tonight. We see a lot of zeros on the board, and then by Rhinelander, we can see we have 3-mile-per-hour winds coming from the north, and then 5 miles per hour just north of that. So winds are on the calmer end out there tonight. Going into tonight's forecast, we have that low of 48 degrees. It'll be mostly clear, and the winds will be a little light tonight on the calmer end. And then going into tomorrow, we see a high of 74, and it will be mostly cloudy before those storms roll in tomorrow night, and it will be a little breezy from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So looking at your extended forecast for this week, Friday's high will be 71 before the storms roll in, and then Saturday we may have some lingering showers in the morning, but then by Sunday through Tuesday we'll have some beautiful weather near the upper 70s, and then Wednesday and Thursday looks to bring some more storms. Jessica?
Thank you, Chase. You can expect some slowdowns on your morning commute while WisDOT replaces a portion of WIS 32. Starting Monday, a portion of WIS 32 between Crandon and Forest County and the Oneida County town of 3 Lakes will be closed to traffic. Crews will be shutting down the road at 6 a.m. for a culvert replacement on Scott Creek. Traffic will be detoured via US 8 and US 45. Those closures will last through Tuesday, August 30th. The Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest is working on several emergency projects. This month, the forest will start 4 emergency culvert replacement projects. The culverts will help wildlife by allowing for fish and wildlife to pass beneath. They're replacing a culvert near Lily Pad Creek, 1 near Cocotts Creek, and 2 culverts near North Fork Thunder River. Camping and music festivals are a great way to enjoy the summers of Wisconsin. One venue in Deerbrook, Wisconsin is helping keep the family tradition alive and seeing record growth. Deerbrook is near Anago. Molly and Chris of MC Fest are excited to see the record turnouts this year for their festival.
It's going great. This is our biggest year yet. I have doubled in selling camping and tickets.
Attendees can expect to see a variety of live musical acts, including country, rock, bluegrass, and even some polka. The grounds open Wednesday and music will run through Sunday. There will also be food, drinks, a Bloody Mary contest, bingo, and signed guitar raffles benefiting Little Lakes Memories. Those looking to attend can purchase admission tickets right at the front gate. The Green Bay Packers have their first preseason matchup tomorrow against the 49ers in San Francisco. But first, they have some celebrating to do. Coming up on Newswatch 12, Saul Meyer is in studio to celebrate the Packers Founders Day. Plus, the Bucks are bringing back a classic jersey.
I'm a mom of 4 kids. We have 1 in high school, a toddler, and our latest addition, 7-month-old twins. I can appreciate the impacts of inflation. DC liberals just keep spending. All that money isn't free, and families are paying the price. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to help Wisconsin families. He voted against reckless spending that caused inflation and to cut waste in Washington. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to keep fighting to stop the spending and hold DC liberals accountable.
Saturday, August 27, Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg presents Journey's former lead vocalist, Steve Augeri.
Those crazy nights, I do remember.
Live under the stars, Steve Augeri. Doors open at 6, show starts at 8. Don't miss Steve Augeri. Exclusively at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Must be 21 or over to attend.
Birchfield Nurseries of Rhinelander has been servicing northern Wisconsin since 1950. Birchfield Nurseries grows all of their own plants, and you will always find healthy, hardy, and well-maintained plants. Let their experienced staff answer any of your landscaping questions. They also handle shredded bark mulch, compost, and topsoil. For all your lawn care needs, they carry sod, premium gas seed, and lawn fertilizer. Consider one of the professional landscape crews to do the work for you. If you want experience with quality, call Birchfield Nurseries.
Some numbers are thrilling, some impressive, some just right. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish & Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. No other personal injury law firm is better suited to get the amount that's right for you.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county,
and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses are proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I'll work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Coming up on your Friday, meet a furry friend from Catkins Animal Rescue.
After a beautiful day on Thursday, watching for showers all develop by Friday, even some storms Friday night and the parts of Saturday morning. More when you tune in on your Friday.
Sports Watch 12 with Saul Myers starts now.
High school football season starts exactly 8 days from today. Now, I already talked about the John Anderson and Tim Crumry Award watch list, highlighting the state's best linebackers and defensive linemen. And now it's time for the Jim Leonard and Kevin Stemke Award watch lists. Starting with the Jim Leonard watch list, which is the award given to the state's top senior defensive back. We have 3 players from our area on that list. Those players are Mason Evans from Tomahawk and Caden Healy and Mateo Lopez from Colby. Now time for the Kevin Stemke Award, which goes out to the state's top senior kicker or punter. Now, we've only got one athlete from our local area that made the list, Brendan Schuler from Stratford. Punting's overrated anyways, right? Congrats to all the seniors and good luck this year. The Bucks already added a cool jersey design to their wardrobe for this upcoming season with their all-black jerseys. Now, they're bringing back the classic purples. And I tried to wear some purple today to match the Bucks, but I don't own a purple suit. The Bucks wore those purple jerseys from 1994 to 2006, where we saw guys like Ray Allen, Sam Cassell, and Michael Redd lead the team to 5 playoffs and 1 Eastern Conference Finals appearance. While it wasn't the most successful time in Bucks franchise history, at least they look good, and now they're going to look good and play good. We hope. The Brewers looked like the hottest team in baseball after the All-Star break, and then they hit a wall. The Josh Hader trade, losing a series to the Reds, getting swept by the Pirates. It was an ugly week. However, they just swept the Rays and look to be back to the team we all loved a month ago. With the crew back to their winning ways, let's hear what Coach Council had to say about his team's recent performances.
I think, you play good baseball, you expect to win some games, and that's what happened this series. So it's on to the next one.
The Brewers regained some much-needed momentum with that series sweep because they play a 3-game series with the Cardinals in St. Louis tomorrow, where they can retake first place in the NL Central standings with the series win. A few weeks ago, Bill Russell died at the age of 88. Today, the NBA announced that his jersey will be retired throughout the league. This means that no player will ever wear the number 6 again in the entire NBA. And while teams will sometimes retire jerseys, this is the first time that a jersey will be retired throughout the whole league. We've got a birthday today. Time to bust out the hats and cake. The Green Bay Packers were founded on this day 103 years ago. Let's take a look back at what the team has accomplished in its 103 years of existence. 11 world championships, 4 Super Bowls, 35 playoff appearances, 21 division titles, 29 Hall of Famers, and 10 MVPs. Even though Green Bay is the smallest market for a pro sports team, Forbes still lists the Packers as the 27th most valuable franchise in the world. That's not too bad. Happy birthday, Packers. But don't celebrate too hard because y'all have your preseason opener tomorrow in San Francisco against the 49ers. That's not the only fun thing to happen at Lambeau Field today. A lucky group of kids visiting the Lambeau Field got to enjoy a special appearance from Aaron Rodgers. There was somewhere around 20 kids from the Washington County Boys and Girls Club that were on the tour, and part of that tour was a walk through the tunnel that leads to the field and just happens to pass through the locker room.
The Packers starting quarterback was leaving the locker room when he ran into the group. And lucky enough for them, he was in a good mood and treated the kids to some high fives and a group picture. Jessica, those kids are lucky, because when I went up to Lambeau for training camp, Rodgers didn't give me a high five or a picture, so I'll just have to wait for their home opener on September 18th.
That's right, Saul. Maybe next time. Well, a trailer lost its load, leading to a stinky situation on a Wisconsin highway. Coming up after the break, the dangerous clog drivers dealt with this week.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer. The summer supercharged sales event is here. So stop by your Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level. Choose Flex Buy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
Tired of Washington politicians not working for you? We've got a solution. With 3 easy payments of $1 million, Ron Johnson will work for you. Just ask these billionaires. They donated a fortune to Johnson, and he delivered a $215 million tax break for them. That's right, $215 million. Johnson even threw in a tax break for himself. Don't miss this opportunity. Call now. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stone shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with Alumacraft Boats and American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old one. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new Alumacraft boat today. Come check out our huge selection. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with Alumacraft Boats and American Marine and Motorsports. Shawano.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck.
Here's the quote of the day. I see a porta potty flying back at me. No joke, at least 7 porta-johns fell off a truck on a highway in Wisconsin and started rolling down the hill, and there's video of it. Nick Bohr has a look at the video and found out a few cars weren't able to avoid hitting the portable plastic bathrooms.
DOT video shows the flatbed truck drive past the porta potties, sliding upright onto the westbound lanes Tuesday morning.
We've got a truck that's losing porta-johns. We got one caller who struck them and pulled over with
I see a porta potty flying back at me, and I try my best to swerve out the way, but it hits my driver's side. It causes me to pull over.
Alex Hilario says it happened so fast his mind was racing.
I was so shook. I was beyond shook. I was like, is that a porta potty? I'm like, where did it even come from? Did they just set it there? Because it was just standing. It was standing, but like rolling. So I was like, there's no way this is just possible. There's no way this makes sense.
Vern Hicks gave me pretty much the same reaction.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was what I didn't know what it was at first. I hit it, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I just hit a porta-john in the middle of I-94.
His car also had serious damage and might be totaled. Over the next few minutes, cars and trucks hit nearly all of the porta potties, one leaving only fluttering toilet paper behind. You're probably wondering, yes, they were empty. Still, one of the responding deputies couldn't resist.
Given the magnitude of that crappy situation, I'll need 1039. Roger that.
Everything here is American made.
But it's tough competing with China.
Ron Johnson's making it tougher.
Johnson pushed for special tax breaks for outsourcing corporations,
but voted against tariffs and sanctions on China's unfair trade practices.
And when Johnson's big corporate PAC donor announced plans to create jobs outside Wisconsin, he defended them.
It's not like we don't have enough jobs here in Wisconsin. The biggest problem.
Senator Johnson, stop making it tougher on us.
Sullivan's Log Home Restoration and Remodel is your choice for log home maintenance with a guaranteed new and beautiful looking home, whether it's an interior or exterior job. Specializing in log replacements, sandblasting, staining, and chinking. Need that extra square footage? Sullivan's also does remodeling and additions to your existing home. Sullivan's Log Home Restoration and Remodel has been serving the Eagle River and surrounding area for over 30 years.
Come join us at the historic Waswaganing Indian Bowl located in downtown Lac-du-Flambeau, Tuesdays through August 16th. Experience the culture and pageantry of Ojibwe powwow, relax to the soothing sounds of Native American drums, and enjoy the vibrant colors of traditional regalia worn by the authentic Ojibwe dancers. Watch and take part of their intertribal dances and come tour our Ojibwe Summer Village gates, open at 6 with grand entry at 7. Come and refresh your spirit, paid by the Native American Tourism of Wisconsin.
At Big Valley Ford, we have a great selection of gently used trucks, SUVs, and cars, and we are ready to help you find the right vehicle to explore the North Woods. Big Valley Ford is passionate about every vehicle that enters our service center, and our team of technicians are here to help with all of your service needs. Whether you are looking for a new or used vehicle or need to get your current ride back on the road, stop into Big Valley Ford in Ewan, Michigan, and experience the Big Valley difference.
It's Northwoods Furniture's sizzling summer sale going on now. As the summer heats up, so do our sales. Find red-hot store-wide savings at both locations. We have it all. Beautiful furniture and mattresses to fit everyone's comfort and style. Save on select Sealy mattresses, Lazy Boy, and Flex Steel furniture, and more. Enjoy the summer sun, relaxing on quality Amish-built outdoor furniture, all on sale now. Hurry in for best selections. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress in Eagle River, celebrating 15 years in business.
You don't want to miss the Central Wisconsin Military Show August 19th and 20th at the Motorama Auto Museum. Visit motoramaautomuseum.org for more information.
Temperatures this week have been looking good, and they're going to continue to look good. Looks like for the rest of this week, we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s. By Sunday, we'll hit 78 degrees. And then looking at the radar, we do have some storms coming in tomorrow night. The futurecast does show these storms coming arriving earlier in the day, but they will actually arrive around 9 p.m. tomorrow night, and they will linger into Saturday morning. So looking at your 7-day forecast, we do have some storms that are coming Friday night, and they'll linger into Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday bring beautiful weather out there in the upper 70s, and then Wednesday and Thursday do bring another storm chance. Jessica?
Looking forward to all those beautiful temps. Thank you, Chase. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great night.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Toyota, let's go places.
Update your home and get 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Create your dream bathroom with our great selection of Lion showers, bathtubs, and surrounds. You're sure to find the perfect one to fit your style and budget. Get 11% off all Lions products. Complete the look with Shaw vinyl plank flooring. It's waterproof and easy to install, making it a perfect choice for your bathroom. Get 11% off all Shaw flooring right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Did you know you can start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison, North Central Technical College. Transferability made easy.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different
options.
At U.S. Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
U.S. Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
In his Wisconsin, teens can buy AR-15s, but laws that stop domestic abusers from getting guns won't happen here. Our taxes could go up